The only thing truly worth doing in life is to blossom and shine as the fullness of life itself. Because when a person genuinely feels good, they naturally do what needs to be done, without effort, without forcing themselves. Motivation is no longer needed then. The very concept of motivation exists only because people feel a lack of inner energy. When someone says they need motivation, what they're really saying is that they don't feel fully alive inside. Life has no goal. It does not exist to achieve something. It exists to be fully lived. Every form of life does exactly that. A grasshopper strives to be fully a grasshopper. A bird is fully a bird. A tree is fully a tree. Everything simply expresses its nature. Only humans complicate things by creating goals, pressure, and endless expectations. And yet the only thing that truly makes sense is to become fully human. People often take themselves too seriously, as if they were the center of the universe. Meanwhile, before us, countless billions of people lived and died. They had their ambitions, fears, plans, and sense of importance. And today, all of them are simply part of the earth. Every human being, regardless of whether they were a king or an ordinary worker, ends the same way. This is not a tragedy. This is the nature of life. Life is a brief flash. For the vast majority of time, we don't exist. Before birth, we weren't here. After death, we won't be here again. And this fragment in between is just a short spark. Compared to the infinity of non-existence, life is almost unnoticeable. And that is exactly why it has such immense value. It does not need motivation. It needs fullness. When a person is truly happy, they carry within themselves a natural readiness to act, to create, to help, to engage. No one needs to push or inspire them. They simply act, because the energy of life carries them. But when a person is unhappy, even the smallest thing becomes a burden. That is when the need for motivation appears. Techniques, self-help methods, artificial ways of stimulating oneself. The modern world often tries to teach people how to motivate themselves, how to believe in themselves, how to build confidence. But these are only attempts to fix something that was never meant to be broken. It's not about forcing yourself, it's about coming alive. Just look at nature. A small bird at dawn does everything it can. It does not analyze, postpone, or look for motivation. It simply lives at 100%. A human being should do what lies within their capacity. What they cannot do does not matter. But what they can do should happen fully. Life does not wait. For a happy person, time passes in a flash. Days go by like a moment. For an unhappy person, every hour drags endlessly. This shows that time is not something objective. It is an experience. That is why it's not about how long life lasts. It's about how it is lived. If life is full, even a short moment has immense value. If it is empty, even long years feel like a burden. A person who truly lives does not need a reason to get out of bed in the morning. The mere fact of existence is enough to jump up and engage with life. The problem begins when one's lifestyle disconnects them from their natural energy. The way people eat, breathe, function, along with substances and overstimulation, causes the body to lose its willingness to live. And then, the search for motivation begins, instead of restoring life itself. Many people live in ways that drain their joy. They work in places they dislike, just to survive the week and reach the weekend. And the weekend often becomes an escape from reality into entertainment, alcohol, or other forms of numbness. That is not living. That is survival. If someone truly cannot stand what they are doing, they should stop doing it. There will always be someone else who will do it better and with greater joy. The world does not depend on one person. The earth will keep spinning regardless of what we do. That is why there is no point in sacrificing your life for something that destroys you from within. There is only one thing that truly matters: not to be less than what you can be. You do not need to be better than others. You do not need to match anyone. Every human being is different, but everyone has a potential that should not be suppressed. This does not require motivation. It requires aliveness. A person who is truly alive naturally grows, acts, and creates. Their body and mind work together instead of resisting them. The greatest problem is not a lack of motivation, but a state in which one's own mind works against them. Stress, tension, and fear are signals that something inside is out of alignment. All human experience is created from within. This means it is possible to learn how to create an inner state that supports life instead of blocking it. When a person brings themselves into harmony, everything begins to work in their favor. And then, no motivation is needed. It is enough to simply live fully. We live in a world that has never been this loud, and at the same time, never this empty. Your attention, the most valuable resource you have, is being shattered into thousands of pieces before it ever becomes something meaningful. Notifications, scrolling, small hits of dopamine. This is not just distraction. This is digital fog. And in that fog, your creativity never takes root. It's not the big things that stop you. It's not a lack of time. It's micro distractions. Those small moments when you reach for your phone, when your mind jumps, when you lose contact with what is here and now. And in that moment, you lose access to your deepest awareness. Most people try to manage time, but time is not the problem. The problem is the quality of your presence. As Eckhart Tolle said, the most important moment is the present one. Real change begins in the body, in the breath, in the senses, in the awareness of what is here. When you anchor yourself in physical experience, your mind begins to calm, and something shifts. You stop escaping into the past and stop projecting into the future. You begin to see clearly, not because you try harder, but because you stop interfering. This is the shift from effort to observation, from control to flow. You don't create your best ideas. They appear when you make space. But the ego gets in the way, the need to judge, to control, to improve, and that blocks the flow. As Alan Watts said, trying to control life, you lose contact with its natural rhythm. Creativity needs silence. Between thoughts, there is space. And that is where ideas are born. You don't have to force them. You only need to stop drowning them out. When you become present, your body becomes a channel, your senses sharpen, and the world begins to speak. Clarity doesn't come from chasing results. It comes from respecting the process. This is not a temporary state. It's something you train. Like a muscle, a moment of silence, a conscious breath, a pause without your phone. Small rituals that protect your attention. Because true freedom is the ability to be fully present. And when you live this way, every moment becomes creation. Not from tension, but from flow. So next time, pause and ask yourself, am I truly here? Because everything you're looking for is already here, in this moment, in the silence.